there was this Reddit post asking for TC2 hot takes, so I shared some of mine, and this dude's trying to Charlie Kirk debate me. Well, look at this. I agree with everything, but the friendly killing, because targeting them or killing them, even though seeing they are friendly, is toxic. And it added most players, because most players are mobile, which makes the game money, and also mobile players are just cool. I started making this video because this guy has the shittiest grammar ever, and I just kind of just have to read it out loud to make sense of it. I'm not trying to start an argument. Spoiler, he starts an argument. But I will give my reasonings and stuff like that. Killing friendlies is not toxic in my opinion. Guns are in the game. I'm using my Second Amendment right. TC2 is a first-person shooter game, and community servers, the owners have the option to turn off damage. So I'm not too sure why killing friendlies is considered toxic, since this guy didn't give me any sort of explanation. He just said it's toxic. And obviously we can't just take away mobile support, it would literally kill the game. But, you can take a look at this, but I've said that, I go back and forth on this idea a lot. Which is true, I do go back and forth on it. So taking away mobile support would kill the game, but as I've said before, I go back and forth on this idea a lot. There are pros and cons with mobile players on the game, as I am a PC player. And yes, mobile players make more money since there are more players who are playing mobile. I was just adding on to what you said about mobile players being cool. Mobile players being cool is quite subjective, I must say. I say this mainly because, yes, there are a lot of cool mobile players in the community. A lot of my, the people who recognize me are mobile players. But a lot of mobile players who are not cool are straight up assholes. Like, I'm like 99% sure that being a mobile player and being a piece of shit just don't have any sort of correlation whatsoever. But just in my experience, I happen to run into more mobile players than PC players who are toxic. Yeah, but like, if they are friendly and they aren't even talking or looking at you, or they are at a random corner, don't attack them because targeting is toxic. Okay, well, I'm not targeting them. It's just that they're easier to kill. In that I happen to run into them more. You see, I don't really get this killing friendlies logic especially in a community server. Like, I just don't know. That's just me though. Most PC players I know are toxic, and the most toxic pieces, you spelled pieces wrong, pieces of shit. But I agree, mobile players are really toxic, but I think the toxicity is in any kind of player. You can't just point your finger at a racist the fuck? You can't just point your finger like a racist at a specific group of people. Okay. We're all toxic, and it's because the game is way too competitive. That's why TC2 will never beat TF2, and TC2, there should not be an option to vote kick friendlies or toxic people, only cheaters and AFK players. Before I continue, this guy needs to learn how to use commas and sentences and, periods and stuff like that. Because I'm only making this video just so I can read them out loud. Because reading them just by myself silently, I could not make sense of this whatsoever. Like, barely. The fundamental problem with the game is that it's way too competitive. Kind of disagree with that. And they should give official guides that, for example, it doesn't matter if you lose, or you win. You can still get random item drops. They should also remove weapons. weapons like the Blood Doctor, or nerf them like Loy promised me 4 months ago. And I'm like, okay, an argument starting. Vote kicking friendlies is justified in public matches, so like not community servers, because TC2 and most other FPS games are competitive and they're meant to be competitive. It's like a sport. You always want, let's say we're playing football, we always want our team to win the football game. We always want our players to make the touchdown. It's some friendly competition. Friendlies take up a class spot, and since there are only 3 people per class at most, this can get pretty frustrating. Additionally, friendlies are essentially sabotaging the team, and TC2 is a team game requiring teamwork. People want to win the match, that's why people play TC2. Friendlies basically don't contribute to the team, thus sabotaging the team. This is why vote kicking friendlies is justified. And when this guy said official guides, I didn't know what he was saying, so I asked, I don't know what you mean by official guides. Way too competitive. TC2 and most other FPS games are meant to be competitive. I don't think TC2 is too competitive, usually. I mean, I think it's kind of a right amount. But it depends on the player, honestly. Because as I've said before, sports are competitive. Most people play sports to be competitive. Same with FPS shooter games. Either way, competitiveness usually adds to the game as it makes people work hard for the team, since people usually want to win. So I asked, what weapons should be removed or nerfed, and how should they be nerfed? I think class limits should be removed. Kind of agree on that one. It's the reason why servers like Uncletopia are filled with toxic tryhards. I would be more friendly if it doesn't exist with the guides. I meant that they should release a vid which just proves that it doesn't matter you lose or win. You can still get random drops. No, TF2 is for the community, not meant to be competitive. The devs don't understand that comp destroyed the TF2 game, and will if they lean too much into it, also destroy TSC2. Sorry. Weapons, which are bad, like the Blood Doctor, which I talked with Loymology. Should get nerfed. My idea was to make the 4 charges into 2 charges. Loy is a TC2 dev. Okay, but this guy didn't include any, because this guy said they should also remove weapons. But what weapons should the devs remove? He just talked about nerfing the Blood Doctor. Either way, he didn't really add too much explanation to his, replies. I mean, they were already kind of hard to read, because he didn't really use any punctuation. So, I mean, yeah. I'm still on break. I'm still on hiatus. Actually, no, I'm not. This is a video, but I'm still on break. I just wanted to make this video because, I was bored and, it wouldn't take long to edit. So, yeah, see ya.